Alrighty. Of course, now oh, that's right, because I have YouTube being broadcasted on here. So, you guys have not seen of me a little bit. I've been very busy. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and a couple days ago, I've actually already started posting some of my projects on live stream. There was no audio. I've got a stable hard drive again, and I'm able to do everything I was doing before. Uh, Hope this turns out really good. I am going to screencast and record a session of a project I have for Simbi. I have actually set up my settings a little bit differently. Like what you can see here, my mouse moving around, I'm actually on a menu. I've actually got it a little bit more critiqued, so that way, let's see actually here. Oh, cool. If I minimize a window, it actually does not disappear for you guys. So that's a really cool feature. So that way I can switch in between windows and you guys don't even know what I'm doing. It's just background stuff. Okay. So what I got here is Illustrator. This is my primary program I run with. If I do switch to Photoshop, I will be upgrading it to where you guys will be able to actually see the transition between that without me having to click any buttons or do anything. I'm working on the lace code for that for OBS Studios. Can't remember what they call it, but yeah, I'm working on the code line so that way it auto triggers when I switch between Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, any of the Adobe series. It will automatically switch to the right windows and switch the scene for me within OBS. I haven't quite got that down properly. I'm rebuilding my OBS layout because I did lose it and it completely got lost. So without further ado, let me go ahead and oh, I didn't even see. I already messing it up. I need to get auto switching back on. But yeah, what I was saying is I have a window above my screen right now, and you guys cannot see it. I love that. That's one of my features that I'm really liking right now. So I can have my OBS on one screen, uh, my Illustrator on another, and YouTube on another, and you guys can't see any of it. It just lets me seamlessly operate. So I don't have to worry about sharing extra information. Sometimes I've noticed a couple of the customers complained about me showing off their identity, which I was like, actually it helps you guys because then, yeah. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start on this project. I'm pulling it up right now. I got a lot of windows, extra windows open that I don't need, so I'm getting them closed down. YouTube's being very buggy right now. That's okay. Alright, Brooke. This is project 2 for you. Which is kind of cool. This one's going to be a cool design. I guess she deals with a lot with bands, is what she was saying. So, let's get this. Let's see if this works here. Why is this not taking me to my streaming channel? I want to go to my channel and it's not taking me straight to it. Oh, and I will have background music now. I figured out how to interlay that. I hope this is proper. I'm not really, like, sure what I'm able to do yet or not able to do. Because I'm just trying to use this as portfolio stuff, so. Nope. Where did they put that at now? Live stream. I love TubeBuddy, by the way, you guys. If you guys need to know how to use everything within YouTube, TubeBuddy is a really awesome plugin for your browser. It plugs into your web browser, and you can get signed into anything that you're using. Um, it has sharing and broadcast tools, which I'm going to hit right now. I'm going to go ahead and share it to Facebook. Actually, I'm going to share it to Twitter. Twitter's a little bit faster about posting to everything else also. Tweet. Not now. I don't know what it just did, but it did some wacky stuff. Alrighty. I tweeted. Okay. So let's go ahead and start. I like to start my project in a blank frame. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me get my OBS. You guys can't see that window. Okay. I start my projects at 8" by 8". I always do everything in CMYK. I do medium DPI, PPI, and 0 bleeds. And so I get a nice little project window like this. The other thing I pull in here is I pull in other libraries. I have created a default template. Oops. If I could type tonight. Oh, you guys can't even see that. Sorry, you guys didn't see my typo. Oh, that's awesome. I'm liking this. I'm gonna forget very quickly here in a moment. Ooh, you guys can't even see that until, ooh. Okay, so, can you even see that window? Oh, I can't edit this within there? Alright, so minimize that down. Transition. Can you see that? Nope. So these menu tabs you can't see. Can you see these menu tabs? Nope. Ooh, this is going to make it really difficult. Give me just a second here. I'm going to switch out my layouts. I like it, but I don't like it. Screen 1. Add. This is what happens when you're trying to become a broadcaster and don't have everything set up. Window capture. Where are you at? Where am I? Okay. Window capture at existing AI toolbar. And shrink it down because it can't be that big. And we can put it over my clock. Because you guys don't need to see what time it is. And then transition. That works better. Let's adjust my lower third here. Transition. That looks better. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn on the music and start rocking out here. It's really loud on my end, so I'm turning it down. Okay, so forget that we can turn it down on the headset too. So, what we have for the artwork here. Oh, that actually came in pretty big. What's going on at the top here? This seems a mess. Okay, so you're saying all I need is the mask. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. So I can properly recreate this. So I do a little bit more than just redraw the artwork. I try to interpret it. Sometimes I can fix an element. Even though the artist had the right drawing, sometimes it's hard to understand what they drew. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new layer here. My drawing layer. Oh, it's easy start, David. So we use the start tool. First little piece done. Wow, this is actually a mess. We have another star over here. Actually, these are perfect, aren't they? Yeah, I can easily fix this though. Alrighty, merge that together. Get rid of this one. There's just perfect. That's a regular star. It's a perfect star also. think it's 3 to 5. Ooh. It was 2 to 5. Yeah, that creates better. Okay, what's going on here? There we go. Could have used 0.2, 0.5. Oh well. Where am I at? Oh. D. See my diamonds. You get a hotkey, little bubble popping up. Alt and Shift. Just Alt and Shift. Alt Shift. Alt. I don't know what the heck going on there. Got a whole bunch of wackiness. Is that supposed to be a swastika or is it? No, it's just lines. AP and then 6 on my keyboard, modified button. So I can do some advanced L, Alt Shift, and Alt, Alt. And this is cool because it's a triangle. Star. AP minus A, select, Shift, Alt, and then pink, Magic Illustrator, select A, N, P, I'm just gonna draw this. I'm not gonna waste my time trying to figure out a triangle if it's that. Let's get an arrow. Yeah, it totally is an arrow. And then they have a line. So this is shift out. A. On the corners. Here. Oops. Alrighty. AP. L. Hope everybody that's watching this knows Illustrator enough at least to do these basic shapes. And then I also have a modified tool for my number 5. Shift, drag it out. And if you're watching any of my other forums, you can see these tools. I'm going over from here. Oops. Lasso. Or triangles. Or diamonds, I should say. got so tired of this song last time I did the live stream. Never heard this song before. This is gonna take a while. A lot of little pieces. Little lines and pieces first. Just gonna draw this one in. Oops. That's where this tool comes in hand. Just pull and drag. The pen tool. Sorry guys, I can't use the stylus or anything else anymore. I've gotten so used to doing it this way. It's actually faster for me to use the pen. The reason why I can go over it is because I can come in here and just do this. This tool works really good for styluses. It's called Dynamic Sketch Tool. Need to get my multi-stream up again. Hold on a second here. No one else is chatting, huh? Oh. It's a bummer to see my chat room completely empty. Crafts Club used to be 100 plus people and then just died down. I haven't saved yet. Nice. There's about a 20-second delay in the stream. That's not very fun. Sorry guys, I'm really quiet tonight. No one is in the chat room. Interesting. Says there's 2 viewers. There's a chat worm, by the way. You can actually chat with me. I'm here. There's about a 20-second delay, so. Let's see if that speeds it up a little bit. I think I found something to speed it up. So I had to test to see if I can hear outside my headphones real quick. Okay, this song is actually getting quite annoying. I think it's repeating. Do 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 do. This is gonna be a long night with this one. This is why factorizing is so expensive. All these lines have to be done exactly as they need to be done. And a lot of people tell me, oh, just use live trace and do this and that. It takes actually longer. Because by the time I sat and made sure everything was correct, I could have gone around and done this. I've been told that it actually is quicker having a stylus, unless I have a stylus on screen. Then that'd be the day. Wacom. One like it. It's just like Wacom. Oh, that was weird. Cool. I have more visitors. Wait a minute. Oh no. Oh no. I accidentally did what I've done before. And double pathed it. There we go. Getting some scary music now. By the way, I'm not doing this with any stylus. This is being done with a regular optical mouse. Oops. Just double pathed it again. What does that? Backwards. There we go. Next track, please. Next track. Did that again. Almost done with this piece. be afraid to chat, you guys. I am actually here. That live chat down the window. You can ask me questions as I'm working on it. Alright. Alright, that piece is done. That's it so far. A lot to go. Hard time with this area. Alrighty. Let's use this one. Hold it back. Just realized that those are already there. You just go right through them. I'm glad this is amazing. A lot of work. Many years of knowledge too. Tons of practice. I do this every day. Regenerate logos. Create signage. Configure cut curves so that the machine cuts faster and smarter. When I'm working with a laser machine, I have to make sure everything is in the proper place, because the laser diode only has so many nanometers that it can laser till. I cheat. I have a graphic style for every laser setting that I need to use, so it makes it really quick when I can just click apply and keep going. And I enjoy doing this. It's soothing. You can listen to music and just trace. Essentially just tracing artwork. But knowing how to use the bend is where it's part of the tool. like where this is going so far. Not very far yet. Oh, dang it, I did it again. X. Two lines broke apart. I've learned from that mistake several times. Back in the past, I thought I lost my path. Then I realized I didn't lose the path. I just have to undo, cut it, and then use the pencil tool to reconnect it. It was actually when the day I figured that out to fix the broken path, I was like, oh, my life is now complete, because that was a pain in the ass when that would happen. And it happened quite often when I was tracing like that. That's why I stopped using the pencil tool. And I go to the pen tool, or the advanced pen tool. Which I can just hit that, pull, hit that, and then do that little dip. Just put, sometimes this one does that same thing. Most of the time it does that. Where'd that go? There we go. Drop off that piece for a little bit. Start getting these smaller pieces again. Oh, there's already a path there? Oh. I didn't realize it did the piece already. Oop. My hand doesn't want to go that far down. Quickest little way to fix this is just retrace that. The interesting thing is, I've actually been retracing artwork since high school. That's where it actually started. And I started making vinyl decals and all that stuff. Mimicking logos, making them say something different when they're not the actual, like, logo. Like, take the Doritos logo, make it say something else. Make fake movie posters that say completely something different. Turn them into different posters. Friend did a pretty good job on drawing this. 'Cause paint, man, that's work. Looks like I'm down to a 16-second delay. I just did that. Sometimes when you see me flash the screen between outline mode and solid mode, or they call that mode. It's because I'm trying to also see what I've already done, then also see where I'm at. Video delay. No, this is actually Illustrator I'm working with. Like I said, sorry, there's going to be a little bit of delay between answering questions. But yeah, this is Illustrator. It's part of the Adobe suite. If you pay for the full suite, you actually get this with it. I use Photoshop only for editing photos. And I would say about 90% of the time I'm using Photoshop just to edit photos. If I'm doing any type of layouts or anything in Photoshop, I use vector items. In other words, I'll design the logo in Illustrator and then I'll bring the logo into Photoshop as a vector item. Most of the time keep it actually a smart object that actually still links to Illustrator. Wish Photoshop did links like InDesign and Illustrator. Or most of the time, if there's a raster element inside Illustrator, it's a link to a Photoshop file. And only that element is raster. Everything else is 100% vector. Like if I'm working like with a brochure or anything like that, what I'll do is make a project folder, and everything inside the folder has all the documents. The Illustrator documents, the Photoshop documents, everything to make it work. What I really wish that Adobe would do is get rid of InDesign, bring everything into Illustrator. Because the power of Illustrator is way more powerful when you're dealing with graphics. Wish the InDesign had a catalog mode. So you can build categories and items and products, list them all out in a spreadsheet with image links. They'll automatically just link in. I know there's data merge, but that doesn't work right. It needs to be a lot more dynamic. Yeah, the advantages of doing vector logos over raster logos. You can set a color palette so the logo will print pretty close to perfect every time. There'd be no scaling issue. In other words, if you make it 1 inch to 500 inches, you're gonna have no issue at all with scaling because it'll be perfect. Because it's vector, there's no raster element. I try to stay away from raster elements like shadowing, gray tones, or gradients, anything like that. If I do that, I try to do something to the artwork to make it shadow. So that way I limit the colors, so like when you go to screen printing, you can use an overlay of halftone black on top of a solid color beneath. That's mainly what I deal with also is screen printing. So turning artwork like this, you just use like 3 or 4 primary colors and then use a merge between those colors with a white base. And understanding those helps us, like this artwork here could be like instead of having blue here, turn that back to black. All the gray would be halftone of black on top of white. This little bit of darker yellow up here would be actually a halftone on top of yellow. So you have red, black, white, yellow. I would get rid of the blue. But since you have blue over here in this swirl, I guess you could do blue on a t-shirt. Just every color you add extra setup charges and production charges, more ink, and it just adds up. I just did that twice. What a bummer. And one of the biggest key factors about using vectors over raster is that you could dynamically use them through every project. In other words, like when I'm doing like an After Effects project, I can use it in the video. Scaling won't be an issue inside a video. And then upside down stars. Interesting. Watch her. Sounds like Persian music and at the same time Western music. It's weird. My music player is sometimes funny. Although I don't really have it set up properly yet. It's like I said, I'm rebuilding everything because the hard drive that all my OBS stuff was on completely crashed. I have to rebuild a new one with all the original data back on it now from backups. That's why it's a very good idea to have at least 3 backups. If I didn't, I would have lost everything. Instead, I only lost like maybe a week's worth of stuff that wasn't backed up. And it was all temporary stuff, like projects I was starting. That wasn't really like a paid for project. Just something fun I was doing. And I lost it. Actually, is that? No, I'll draw 2 lines. Actually, yeah, 2 lines are better. This art style. I think this would look better if I draw 2 lines. Ah! Hit the end of the mouse pad. This one's gonna take a while. It goes through here. No, I backlined it. Come on. Connect. There we go. See, if I did not know how to do that, I would have been like, no, I have to redraw it all. Or redraw that one little bit of line from where it broke. I just need to know, do you want this little blue and yellow swirl here? Kind of looks like you do. Do something to complete it off right here because it looks kind of funny, like it's coming from nowhere. Sorry, I like to jump around on my artwork when I'm vectorizing. vintage feel or a gestures tell. Oh, just need this one. Hey, what happened here? Why is it not working? Let's come in and clean up this little bit here. There we go. I'm guessing you'd want that to be the logo I did the other day. Oh, just the mask? Oh, okay, cool. Alrighty. I'm at right here. Ah, getting pretty far. Sorry, epileptic warning here. I'm gonna strobe between scenes. Ooh, that got really messy. I should be playing his music right now. I don't know if I'd like it. I'm very picky on my music. Especially when I'm working. Ah! I'll just redraw that. Fine. I didn't even think about that. So just now, working on a band logo. Wonder what his music type is. Pretty much do absolutely zero rap, zero R&B. Do a couple rap songs and a couple R&B songs, but it's very picky. Oh, keyboard. Anyway. I'm just messing up. Alright. So fix this one right here. Alrighty. Oh, it did connect, awesome. Let's clean up this path right here. Ooh, save real quick. Feels like there's something missing right here. Oh, bummer. His music's radar. Yeah, it normally takes probably a good hour, hour and a half. Normally how I calculate it is as the time that I do it. Oh, my hand did not work. Aw, man. It was up to the first line. Dang. Yeah, it's kind of an unknown thing. That's why I always just do it and then hope for the best. Like I said, I enjoy doing this. I just kind of goof off sometimes when I do it. I'll need to hear his music though someday. It'd be something cool to hear. I did like 3 bands so far. Technically 4, but the 4th one, Eyewitness. They in San Bernardino. They the guy that was printing all the T-shirts was kind of drawing me up like this, pre-done artwork. So, I mean, I kind of did the stuff. Oh, Sleeping Freaking Giant. That's what the name of the band was. And I never heard their music. I know it was screamo. Not really into the screamo anymore. It was for a very short while. And it wasn't because of a girl. It was just I got into it and I was like, yeah, I fell out of it quickly. So I was big into Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie and Evanescence were my 2 favorites at that time in high school. Beginning of college, I started falling into classical music and jazz. And then back in, I think it was 2010, I found out about electric jazz. I've been pretty much on that since then. I don't know what that was. Oh, Benjamin Franklin sign face? Why did that just pop up? There it goes. Alrighty. It's these small little lines that get the details. But if your friend is ever interested in, no, I live in Riverside, California, just south of San Bernardino. But if your friend's ever interested in learning how to do vector artwork, there is a free program called Inkscape. I highly recommend it to at least practice with and play with. Can't make artwork that you make money off of it, but you can play with it for your own stuff. If you go to production with any artwork that you drew in that program, they ask you to pay the corporate fee for it, which isn't too expensive. I think it's like $100. Can't remember how much they're asking though. You'll have to consult with the website. But I know it wasn't like crazy amounts of money. And if you get really good at it, then I suggest upgrading yourself to Illustrator. Pay the monthly fee of $60 a month for Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, all the other good works because it is worth it. I love this software. Illustrator is the primary program I use every day. The second would be Photoshop, third InDesign, then After Effects, Premiere Pro, then Edge Animate, then Audition. Edge Animate, by the way, is very similar to Flash if you were just using it for animation. And Illustrator comes in really good hand for that program. I draw all my characters in Illustrator, then export them to Edge Animate for games. Last game I worked on was, can't remember what it was. It was the same company that built World of Goo. Help graphics on that. I interned with it. I'm trying to intern for another gaming company that does virtual reality games, because that's what I'm getting into, is virtual reality stuff. I've actually started a business where I know where Reading, California is. It's up north. Northern California. Oh, check it. Okay. I haven't been up there in a long time. Last time I went up to Northern California was to pick up neon for a signage I was doing. Because the sign guy down here that does neon was completely out of neon. And we had to get the project done, so we had to find somebody else that does it in California, or because we even contacted a company in Las Vegas and they wouldn't match the price, so or else we would have gone there. But nope, I had to go to Northern California, back down to San Diego, and back here to Riverside, all in one day. That was an interesting drive. Alright, that part done. Now these red parts. I guess it's gonna be pretty quick. The other good thing to have is somewhat of a visual memory on where you were and where you need to go in this program. So doing like what I'm doing, I'm probably doing it the hard way, but this is the way I've always done it. I've gotten very familiar with it. That's why jumping around helps me a little bit, because then it lets me forget a spot to work on a spot. So I don't get stuck doing a repetitive pattern and all suddenly something starts looking the same when it doesn't need to be the same. Because no artwork, there should be the same stuff. It always should be comic books. Plus it's unpleasing to the eye. Consistency is good. But just being lazy and duplicating pieces in the artwork that aren't supposed to be duplicated, then it looks unpleasing to the eye. Hey, getting ready. Getting there. Almost done. What's this supposed to be? Looks like a 111. I don't know if this is part of it. Like I said, there's a delay, so I by the time I wait for the answer, I can actually already have it drawn. Whoa. And didn't work there. Didn't work here either. Alright. I'll just type that. 111. There's a colon in the middle. And let's use Kelly. No, Kristen. No, not quite. Unless it looks better than what you want. But I'll just leave that there for right now. It's actual text. No? No on Kristen? Okay. Let's see. Is it supposed to be like Times Roman? Oh, no colon. Alright. And is there a slash going through this? Or is that just the glitch and not artwork? I really wish Discord had some kind of way to where I could plug it into my web server and have it to where you could do audio chat without having to install anything. Boo. Why is it doing that? I didn't borrow today. There we go. Oh shoot. Okay. Whoa, what the heck is going on with my wrist? Much better. Like I'm watching Clockwork Orange. Song. Definitely 5 stars. Cool. Oh, I didn't do that. See? A little bit of an overlap. If I draw right. Disconnects. need to change. I like the default settings of the pencil. I don't like to change it. I know there's a way to turn that off so it doesn't erase the line. It would just start a new one. Oops. It doesn't really affect me much anymore. I think I just at the top of the head, actually. These little squiggles in the middle of the face here. This piece right here. Song too by a lot. Okay, now I'm getting into music I like. Computer's figured it out. I have auto DJ. Love it. You guys ever use a music player? If you used to use Winamp, I use music. Make sure you donate, because that's why Winamp died. Nobody donated. And it just died because of that. I just realized I don't have my webcam on. You guys can't see me. I'm sitting here dancing like there's nobody watching. Camera's off. I just realized it. I'll just be all like embarrassed. Once I go to color filling, it's going to take like seconds to fill this thing with color. Beautiful. And it'll be done. You were dancing to that music I was listening to. That's funny. Alright, so I'll put a slash through this one. Bink, bink, and black stroke. And let's round the corners to make it look like it's artwork. Oh, artwork. There's that crazy mess of lines. Oops. About 95% done. And I believe I'm over my counted lines that I originally had. Yeah, I'm over my count by like 12%. And it's going to be a lot more. This looks like a headache, but it's actually not. Alright, here we go. I feel like I'm drawing a scene from Invader Zim. I wonder what happened. They're bringing Invader Zim back. Nah, I'm stuck on Rick and Morty though. I love that show. I know, it was such a great cartoon. I think the MTV network messed it up. Whatever the company is that owns MTV and Nickelodeon. Oh, wedding music. Heck no. Next. Just Christmas music. That's okay. We'll see what that one. Oh, I didn't do that one. Real Monsters. Rugrats. All those are still pretty funny to see, like, online, like, miniatures. Like, they could do a YouTube channel. They do, like, maybe a little 5-minute one. They do, like, cliffhangers. You need to see the next one. YouTube makes so much money. I should say Google makes so much money. Those. I mean, shoot, they can even throw them in as a commercial. YouTube throws in commercials sometimes. Ooh, almost had that one. I'm a middle 80s kid. 1985. Whole 90s was my life. It was Fraggle Rock and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And it was also the Elephant Show and Raffia. Eureka's Castle. And I started going on to the older cartoons of the Warner Brothers tunes, Looney Tunes. And then it was Rugrats, all that stuff. It was also Aladdin TV show. What was some of those? Oh, Duckwing Duck, Bonkers, Rescue Rangers. Man, all bringing back memories. Miss all those old shows. Like I said, they could put together like a YouTube channel or something. Streams that make you feel like you're back in time. Make modern day like Toys R Us commercials look like fashion commercials. Like I said, they would make tons of money. It'd satisfy us big kids. Ones that grew up with all that stuff. May have just come up with a great idea, but I'm pretty sure Disney would not release it. Then you have to go back to all the royalties, and that's where it bites everybody in the butt. Now, if we can do it to where we don't make money, just do it as like a non-profit thing. I wonder if Disney would release it for that. But I'm tired of seeing commercials, because most of the media I pay to stream. All my content, and I don't want to see commercials because I'm paying for it. Why should I see a commercial? Just like Netflix was talking about having commercials now. I was like, nope, I'd leave almost immediately. Regardless of how loyal I've always been. That was kind of funny there. Those lines went with that music. Still kind of going with the music. That's interesting. Uh-oh. It did that. I saw it. Alright, where did you do that break at? Right there. I think about maybe another 30 minutes and I'll be done. Maybe less. Let's see. Whoa. More Christmas music. Hearing test. Yes, I can hear the beep. know for sure it gets louder though. I wonder what this is called. Is it called hearing test? Oop, I just forget I have to hover. Oh, this is the 100 cents again. What was the cartoon battle? That's cute. I never heard this one before. This is all music I can stream with. That's why it's all wacky. I've never fully reset it up. I had it all set up to where different moods and different scenes I can actually switch with OBS. It'll actually change out everything. I lost all the notes, all the code, everything. And the hard drive crashed. Is there no path there? Just right there. That easy. Sounds like a song from Costume Quest. I haven't played that game in forever. Never beat it. It's a lot of work. Very into game. You can't just like play for a minute and then come back out. What the heck? Just triangles, huh? Now that sounds like music that's supposed to fit this. Almost there. Starting to get a little bit faster because these chunks are minor details. That was a pretty short song. Oh, I know why I'm getting similar stuff. Yeah, this is Battle at the Carnival. So, Demon Circus music it is. I had a friend. She was so scared of clowns. And we went to Knott's Berry Farm. And we're walking by this like car that's like a hearse and it's wrapped, and I was looking at it because it's wrapped, and I was like, oh wow, they wrapped a hearse, and I was looking at it, and it's a clown on the side of it, like a scary clown face, like in the window of the hearse, and she sees it, and she just screams bloody murder. I'm like, and she's starting to run away. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm looking around trying to figure out what in the heck is wrong. Like, what do we need to be running from? And she starts crying and covers up her face and leans into me. I'm like, what the heck is what? What happened? And she's like, just looks up at me. She goes, it's a clown. They scare me. And I go, where? And she points to the hearse, and I'm like, that little thing right there scares you. The scary clown face really scares you. It's a frickin' poster in the window of a hearse wrap vehicle. There's nothing scary about that. I'm sorry. She didn't like it. I thought it was funny, and I teased her about it. That's what this music's reminding me of right now. Yes, it was a demon-looking clown, but still in the defense, it was just a print. It wasn't like there was an actual doll or something in there. I would understand if somebody gets scared of a doll. That looks scary. That could be scary, because it's a three-dimensional item. Sometimes that gets me startled. I normally get over it pretty quickly. I'm like, ooh, well, that's just a doll. Okay. That's all you get me at when I go to those parks, so not scary farm and stuff like that. I actually hate it because unless the person I'm with, it's funny to see them getting scared. But the only time I get scared is like you get me with a jump scare, and it's not because you're scary looking. It's just literally I was not expecting that to be happening. But because 90% of the time at the park is jump scares, I kind of get over it with like the first 10 minutes of being there. And then it's just a waste of my money because all I'm being there for is to be jump scared. And look at the costumes. Sometimes they're really well done, but most of the time they're just cheap makeup and a mask. And it's like, yeah, you could have done better. That's why I'm also not a scary movie type of guy. It's only jump scares that scare me. I don't get mentally scared of anything. I'm already starting to see this one. Seconds left. It's color time, and this is done. So about an hour and a half. Didn't take very long. Oops, couple pieces. Not very many. Just one very big white piece. piece here, it looks like. That would be part of this one. There we go. Alright, coloring time. This is where it gets fun. Okay, what needed to stay outlined? I have to grab all the outline pieces that stay as a stroke. Will not become part of the drawing. Those bring it to the top. Start filling with color. So first thing is yellow. Okay. Oh. Let me fill this. What the heck is going on here? Why won't it let me color fill? Weird. Is there too many lines? Do it manually. So it's gonna be manual. Okay, do it manually then. Now it's working. Something in here is not doing anything with it. Oh, I know what it is. Expand. It's these right here. Can't do live paint with compound paths. Still can't. It's just another one somewhere. Yeah, there's a lot of people that I have found that absolutely just disgust clowns. It's a very strange thing. I really would like to know what goes through their mind. Like, they know that it's a person, or they just think that they're a crazy person. That's the only thing I can think of, is that they think that that person's absolutely insane. That's what freaks them out most. I know people that dress up as clowns. Ooh, find a piece that I forgot. It's there. Where's life paint? So I can continue painting. Oh, it's yellow. Do that. Where's life paint? Color was that? Exit isolation, please. Gray. Where's life paint? I don't know what's going on. There's something somewhere that will not let me. Where's life paint? Where's life paint? If I just do chunks at a time. Something I just select won't merge. Oh, it's the text. Didn't get rid of the text. This line right here too. Text cannot be light paint. I wish it could. I understand why it can't. There's a trick that I found. Okay. Now I can color much better. Oops, got strong area. Fill. This is easy. Just that. That's right here. Merge. I did. Very much more. just more. I think that's it. I think I'm done. Oh wait, one little piece right here. Why does that not look like it's filled? Because it wasn't. Oh, these aren't filled either. Doesn't work on white. I hate that. Now what I do is put a black box around it so I can see what it'll look like with black behind it. I think that's it. Alrighty. I will be sending you a proof email, and from there you can go ahead and let me know if there's any details missing by replying to the proof email. And then if it's good to go, just say it's good, hit approve, and I will go ahead and send you the final copy. Go ahead and put a proof layer in here. Turn this on persistent. Bam. Oops. Yeah, you can just do copy. PDF. Use nice little proofing software. Alrighty. So I am going to go ahead and call this a night. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm calling this a night. Everybody have a good night. And I am going to bed. Go ahead and start shutting down.